I didn't think it'd be possible, but after watching this movie, I gotta actually say, I think I'm gonna have a condition because my balls were dripping with laughter. But that's just me. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube? That's right, I'm Chris Smith, and today we're going to be talking about Deadpool. Why? Because I can, and that's why. So let's learn that basic plot of this thing, because my excitement is through the roof right now, okay? So here it is. The basic plot is about this guy named Wade Wilson. Eventually gets cast, he goes into this program. Eventually they kind of turn into this, like, super soldier of sorts. Now he's this badass anti-hero, cracking jokes guy named Deadpool, aka Ryan Reynolds. Now, I think what this movie succeeds in is pretty much being probably the most faithful adaptation you've ever possibly seen. Like, if you're not a fan of crass and immature humor of sorts, then obviously this is not for you. Or if you are not a fan of Ryan Reynolds just in general, that's not for you. But why this is for you? Because this thing is funny. It's probably the funniest movie of the year so far. Not even the funniest movie. It's probably the best movie of the year. And so far this year, it's kind of not really been giving us much. Now, this movie has a lot of surprises. It has a couple of references to other movies and takes jabs, obviously, and you saw in the trailer with Green Lantern. And Ryan Reynolds' constant, jabbing at Wolverine is hysterical. T.J. Miller and Ryan Reynolds have great chemistry in this thing. And not only that, but the action scenes and the music actually work very well with the thing. I'm so excited, I could barely get my words to fathom, but everybody pretty much works in the thing. And props to Tim Miller, for his directional debut. He does a fantastic job. And the guys that did Zombieland, they wrote it. Like I said, they didn't really change the script, and for that, great, because this movie actually really does work. Does it kind of run long? No. Is it going to be for everyone? No. Gina Carano even does a good performance. Marina Bracker and whatever. The jokes are on point, and like I said, it could get a little bit annoying for some people if you're not a giant fan of Ryan Reynolds, but for the most part, this movie succeeds in doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Not only that, but it actually managed to. Is it completely original, the breaking the fourth wall thing? No, not necessarily. But for a superhero movie, yes. Why is it? Because it actually has enough balls to actually do stuff that other superhero movies were afraid to pretty much do. There were no real rated R superhero movies. Punisher should have been rated R, but they never really committed to doing it. Ghost Rider, same thing. The list can go on. Kick-Ass was slightly similar to like this. If you like Kick-Ass, I think you'll enjoy this. But for the most part, Deadpool is in a class of his own. And Ryan Reynolds, this is the role he was made to be. He hits the mark. And just like how Clooney kind of did like Out of Sight and worked with Soderbergh to make everybody forget his Batman days, this is the thing that everybody's going to forget about Green Lantern, forget about that merc with no mouth, Deadpool. That's pretty much it. This is Deadpool, right? And for that, you cannot deny it. If you don't like Deadpool the character, then fuck off. You're not going to like this movie. That's pretty much just the whole point. But yeah, this movie succeeds in everything it's supposed to do. You see in the trailers, this thing is Deadpool. That's all you can really say. The jokes work. The music works. The 90s references. Gina Carano actually does her best performance because she doesn't really say anything. Ed Skrein is pretty decent. The X-Men world. The only thing I will have to say is that if this does become a giant box office hit, I'm afraid Fox is going to kind of treat him like Wolverine and kind of just force him in everybody's face, and that may not work. Because I feel like Deadpool works best when he's kind of in small doses. And also, I'm wondering, how does he fit in the X-Men universe? Because he does seem like it's a bit of a different world of sorts. But that's just my opinion personally. But yeah, if you're not a fan of Ryan Reynolds getting cranked up to 11 and pressing a fifth button, then you're probably not going to like this. But if you don't, then, go see Zoolander if you want to see that. But yes, comment, subscribe, and like. Subscribe. Do it.